Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea Tranquility. That's right, it's Wednesday, new release day here on the channel. Today, pretty special thing that came out, maybe about a month ago. It's taken me a while to actually sit down and listen and watch the whole thing because it is a Blu-ray, DVD, CD combo release. I'm talking about, well, it goes by a couple names, actually. Thin Lizzy, The Boys Are Back in Town, live at the Sydney Opera House, October 1978, along with Phil Lynott, Songs for While I'm Away, a film by Emer Reynolds. Okay, so this is like a multi-part thing. So you've got the live concert from the Sydney Opera House in Australia from 1978, as well as that new documentary on Phil on DVD. That's on Blu-ray. So you've got the documentary is on Blu-ray, the concert film DVD, and the CD, right? So I'll just read off a little bit here. So Songs for While I'm Away, a documentary on the life of Phil Lynott. A feature documentary on the life and music of Phil Lynott, telling the story of how a young black boy from working-class 1950s Dublin became Ireland's greatest rock star. As lead singer of Thin Lizzy, Phil was a songwriter, a poet, a dreamer, a wild man. Told extensively through the words of Phil himself and focusing on some of his iconic songs, the film gets to the heart of Philip, the father, the husband, the friend, the son, the rock icon, the poet, and the dreamer. Okay, also included in this package is The Boys Are Back in Town, live at the Sydney Opera House, October 1978 on DVD and CD. This concert features restored picture and remastered and mixed audio performed by the lineup of Phil Lynott, bass and vocals, Scott Gorham, guitars, backing vocals, Gary Moore, guitars, backing vocals, and Mark Nosif on drums, because Brian Downey was out of the band briefly at the time, as was Brian Robertson. 5 songs performed from a concert that have previously never been before released and available the first time on this release. So let's take a look at this here. Okay, comes in this little kind of digibook pack thing, whatever you want to call it. Open it up. All right. And is there anything else additional? I mean, that's all. Yeah, there's no booklet in this particular one, but you get lots of liner notes and things like that. So as far as the concert goes, most of you have probably seen, like on YouTube or maybe old bootleg DVD releases, or I'm not even sure if they ever officially released this concert from Australia. But you get that. It's very much cleaned up. Actually looks really, really good. It's a great performance. It's outdoors. You see the water behind, all the fans and everything like that. Very, very cool. You get Jailbreak, Bad Reputation, Warriors, Don't Believe a Word, Waiting for an Alibi, Still in Love with You, Johnny the Fox Meets Jimmy the Weed, Cowboy Song, The Boys Are Back in Town, Suicide, Are You Ready, Baby Drives Me Crazy, and Me and the Boys. All right. In addition, you get the additional lost Sydney performances of Warriors, Don't Believe a Word, Still in Love with You, Johnny the Fox Meets Jimmy the Weed, and Suicide, right? So I did mention that amongst the entire set list, but that's the additional stuff. So you get everything on CD. You get the original released or previously released and seen footage, and then those extra 5 tracks, which will be pretty new for most people. As far as on the DVD, the previously unreleased 5 songs, the video quality is way less than what it is on the main part of the set. So Warriors, Don't Believe a Word, Still in Love with You, Johnny the Fox, and Suicide. Great performances, obviously, but the video quality is not quite as good as the rest of the set. Probably has a lot to do with the source material that they were using. But, all in all, especially when you're listening to this on CD, it makes for a great live Thin Lizzy album. The band is in fine form. Phil sounds great. Gary Moore and Scott are just, ripping it up on the guitars. I mean, Gary just absolute force in nature, but they look great. They look like they're having a great time. Mark on drums doing a great job, right? May not be Brian Downey, but he filled in quite good here. The really interesting part of this whole thing, well, it's all really interesting, obviously. But because of that it's a new documentary on Phil, a really, really strong kind of story of, the life of Phil. I mean, that's basically what it's all about. It's just about 2 hours long, and you get recorded audio with Phil interspersed throughout the documentary. There are interview segments with Phil's daughters, as well as his ex-wife. There you see Scott Gorham quite a bit on this. You also see Darren Wharton, the former keyboard player of Thin Lizzy, quite a bit on here. You also see Midge Ure on here a little bit, who briefly played with Thin Lizzy. You also see Eric Bell, okay, who was the first guitar player in Thin Lizzy. This basically takes you through the life of Phil Lynott. What I liked about this is it kind of steers away from the whole sensationalist part of the life of Phil Lynott. So you don't get lots of gossip and talk and discussion of Phil suffering with all of his demons. There's not a lot of, discussion of all the drugs and things that were going on with him at the back end of his life. They touch on it very briefly, but they don't spend a lot of time on it. Instead, they spend more time talking about him as a beloved son and as a father, and how much he loved his family and how hard it was when he was away from his family, and how being away on the road with the band, kind of made the family split up. Talk a lot about his songwriting, a lot about his stage presence, and how he just grew into the role. They don't get too deep into inter-band relationships. They touch on it a little bit. They touch on some songs. They play lots of snippets, live snippets from Thin Lizzy throughout their career with the various lineups, which I think is really cool. And this is more of a tribute to Phil Lynott than anything else. This is not here's the life of Phil Lynott, the good, the bad, the ugly. It's not that at all. It's very well done, very tastefully put together. Very well edited, and a really good watch. I think if you want to see just a real special documentary on the life of this great rock star who left us all too soon at age 36, this is the one to see. You can go read books that'll give you all the dirt about the problems with alcohol and heroin and cocaine and the women and all that kind of crazy stuff, but that's not what this is about. So this is a fantastic release, because not only do you get a great live performance from 1978 of the band, but you also get the full story on Phil, okay? A story about the man, right? Not so much a story about the crazy rock star. And I think that's kind of cool, because it makes him, it just portrays him in a light. He's just a human being like everybody else, right? He has his pretty shy guy who, loved his country, loved his family, loved his fans, and that's what it's all about, right? So check it out if you haven't already. Again, it goes by the name of Thin Lizzy, The Boys Are Back in Town, and Phil Lynott Songs for While I'm Away. It's a whole package including all that stuff. Check it out. Let me hold that up for you here so everybody can see that. There you go. So thanks for watching. This is easy 5 out of 5 star, by the way. There's no way around it. Classic Thin Lizzy, gotta love it. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell down below so you get alerted of all these videos as they post. We also have the link below to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, as well as our merch page for all sorts of cool Sea of Tranquility shirts, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, caps, coffee mugs, stickers, all sorts of fun stuff. So got many different sizes, styles, colors, and logos, and different shirts and things for all the different shows we do on the channel. So lots to check out there. So consider picking something up and wearing it proudly and spreading the word. And we'll see you shortly with some more stuff, right? We got a few of them for you here today. So thanks for watching, and I am Pete Pardo. We'll see you shortly with another new release for today. Take care. Bye-bye.